Welcome to the Magic Our Way podcast. I'm Kevin Smith, and now get ready for all the Disney there is. Turn up your mouse ears, kids. It's Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way. Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You are listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is the show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this episode, we discuss the Magic Our Way top 10 list of our favorite costumes. And look, this isn't your typical polished, practiced, pixie dust and Disney podcast. No, sir. We are not in the parks every day, but we will suggest that you should give Narcoossee's a shot before they close. Yeah?
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, argue for 2.5 hours, and then finally come on here to talk some Disney.
So you just missed out on all the worst parts because you're getting the best parts right now, so suit on up.
And you like the best parts.
I'm always about the best parts.
That's right.
Yes.
He'll take the other parts in the
I'll
pitch.
take middle parts,
Yes.
but not the worst parts.
You've taken enough of the worst parts.
I've taken the worst people, but not the worst parts.
And so to name the best parts of this show, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Lee here. And hey, check out our top 10 the next time you go see Mickey again.
Hey. So enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go get our uniform on. Here we are on the hub, our main topic segment of the show. And as I mentioned at the introduction, we are discussing our top 10 list of our favorite cast member costumes. And so this list was off air. We made this list up based upon our own individual preferences and came up with this list of the costumes that we felt should be on there. And we agreed on the ones that needed to fill out the top 10 list.
There was a lot of arguing. Feelings were hurt.
Yes.
People walked out. Holes were punched in walls, but we made it work.
Yes.
After 2.5 hours.
I'm still deaf from the screaming.
Yes.
Def Jam.
All that.
All that, yes. But yeah, so we did put a lot of work into a lot of discussion off air. You're going to hear the good parts. Like he likes to hear the good parts. So these are the good parts.
Pure parts.
Pure parts, yes.
This isn't a nugget, it's a tender.
It's a yes.
It's the best part.
It's the best part.
Chicken.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the date now.
Chicken
My
tender.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you like to be tender on the
Yes.
chicken.
Yeah, but you got to be tenderoni.
Tenderoni, yeah. So we're going to read off this list going from number 10 all the way 1 because, of course, with our show, we did rank them. And so, if you have any issues on ranking, we'd love to hear you, man. Shoot us an email, show@magicourway.com. Let us know if you messed up some kind of ranking or if there's a uniform that you felt like, man, why is it not on your list or something like that.
And trust me, compromises were made. There were some that were on our individual top 10 list that
right.
didn't make it to this, but, hence the bloodshed. But we're all right now.
Yeah, we're good. We're on good terms. We're at cheers.
Here's your Band-Aid,
Everybody, we're now in the healing process.
Yes.
This is the birth of our child, the top 10 list, after 9 months and 2.5 hours of pushing.
Yes.
Here it is. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm still sore, but I'm ready.
Okay. So the cast member costume to start off our list starts at number 10. And this is the costumes of this little shop called Sir Mickey's over there in Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom. And this is one of the ones that I actually suggested because whenever I enter this shop, Sir Mickey's, you got the little giant peeking through and all that kind of stuff. It's really neat little shop. But I always remember the costumes for some reason. Of course, you have the princess-like purplish gold costumes that the female cast members wear, and then the male costumes.
It's like a squire.
Yeah, like a squire.
Like a blue squire vest.
Like a vesty thingy, mabob, whatever. Not as flashy as the female costumes or female identifying costumes, whatever you want to say, however you will float your boat. But it's definitely something that I recognize. It is a shop. You may be thinking, the list of cast member costumes. You might be thinking attractions or whatnot. But yeah, this is definitely one shop where I remember the costumes. Yeah, absolutely.
And to your point, without the female or whatever catches your identity. Whatever.
Yes.
Without that costume, I don't know. Yes,
the dress.
I don't know if this even makes it on this list.
No, probably not. Yeah, because out of the two, the pants outfit, the vest outfit, and the dress dress is definitely the more colorful. It has a lot more detail into it. It's got the gold, the 2 shades of purple, all that stuff. It's neat. It's nice.
I'm really glad you brought that to our attention too, because
that's the fun part about doing shows like this. Is like sometimes someone has an idea or brings up one of the contenders that you kind of forgot about or didn't even realize was in there, and that's what happened with this one. I was like, it was nowhere even on my radar. And then Kevin brings up Sir Mickey's. I said, well, let me take a look. Oh, wow, yeah, that is a cool costume and very very one of a kind. There's not a lot of other cast members you see in anything even close to that. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I can't believe I never noticed that before, but I like it. Yeah, let me throw that in the top 10. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there were a lot of great costumes in Magic Kingdom, in Fantasyland itself. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of great costumes, and you kind of wish you could pick a whole land, and that's going to be an ongoing theme that you're going to see come through in what we discussed, because certainly I would have loved to have picked every costume in the Japan Pavilion over in World Showcase.
Right there behind you.
Exactly. Yeah. I would have liked to have picked every costume on Main Street. But when we're trying to narrow it down, because otherwise we'd be spending a whole lot of time explaining individual costumes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, there are some costumes where it's like, they're really kind of plain.
Yeah.
There is.
But and there were some costumes that are plain that maybe are iconic. Like, I this didn't make our list, but I didn't mention a custodial. But we all know it's a little white outfit, maybe some blue in there, some yellow, very identifiable. But at the same time, it's definitely not colorful or doesn't.
It's not as festive as what you picked here.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Well, worth mentioning is that one of our debates going into this show was what we were going to go by. Was it the costumes that we think were just our favorite to look at, or were they actually costumes that we would wear? And I was very strong in my opinion that if it's coming down to costumes I would wear, they would be probably some of the more plain and boring costumes on Pride. Like, to me, Trader Sam's shirt would have won the entire discussion.
Polynesian for sure.
Yeah.
Cali River Rapids would have been good too.
Yeah, all of that. So, yes, that's what we're going by. Is we're going by what is our favorite Disney costume, not necessarily what we would wear for comfort and
ease.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Yeah, as artists, with our artist's eye, what we would pick.
So basically, like, you cast members just entertain us. We don't care how comfortable you are, or if it's 100 degrees outside. We just want y'all to look cool.
Well, no, after this topic and looking at all these pictures and looking at every attraction and show, I have grown a new appreciation for what these people have to wear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's like, wow. It's like 100 degrees out there in the heat.
Yeah, and they're wearing this stuff. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You got to wake up at 3:30 in the morning and be like, yep, I'm about to put on such and such an outfit, fill in the blank, and make people happy.
Yep. And in honor of that, one day I'm going to create a show with, like, the best costumes for lovemaking. That's going to be another show.
Right,
maybe like a Valentine's next year. I'll do that.
Any costume.
Any costume.
Any costume's the right time.
The best costume is the one that gets it going.
The one that's crumpled up in the corner.
Does Tomorrowland Speedway costume really turn you on?
Well, as long as someone's sucking on my tailpipe, it's all good.
Giggity, let's go racing.
Yeah, go fast again.
The female cast members on Big Thunder Mountain, man. Oh, I don't know. There's something about those outfits.
Danny's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I don't know, man. Them girls with them
Hang on your hats and glasses, ladies.
I don't mind. Now, watch out.
Yeah, so all right. So number 10, Sir Mickey's. That's where we're at. So going on with number 9.
Number 9 is one of my favorites, and it's Journey into Imagination.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the lab coat look. Walking in there, just the idea that you're in the Scientific Institute, and here are these cast members dressed up as fellow scientists among the greats. The Nigel Channings. What was Wayne
Zielinski, yeah.
Zielinski, yes. All the greats that have come up with wild, imaginative
Flubber guy,
creations.
Robin Williams.
Yes.
I've had his security name.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So, yes, that was what we ended up settling down at number 9, that imagination look. That just just fits it so well.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, I know it's a white lab coat, but they do have that insignia, the Imagination Institute insignia, which is very unique.
And very iconic, yes. I
Yes,
love
very,
the
very
Imagination Institute insignia.
A lot of fun, yeah, a lot of fun. And just to clarify, as we're continuing this conversation, you may notice if you delve into this research that the retail workers in these pavilions have a slightly different outfit than the attraction workers, but they all fit within the theme. So but out of this, we're talking about the attraction ones with the lab coats, and they're really good. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Our number 8.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, this is an iconic ride. They've even made a movie out of it. So, you know, the cast member costume for this ride has to follow suit. And I'm talking about Skippers on the Jungle Cruise. I think that's a pretty traditional, straightforward costume. Like, it's very accessible, something that everyone can wear. You know where you're at when you're on that ride that these guys wear. And I would totally sport that one. I think this didn't, for the sake of comfortability. Yeah. I would rock that hat if I could get away with it.
And if I remember in our discussion, we did lump in Jungle Cruise and Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Yes.
And I'll even throw in Skipper Canteen because it's the exact same outfit. But that khaki little outfit, they all kind of the same thing, all of the same kind of look. Mm-hmm. One made for marine wear, one made for land excavating, but essentially the same purpose of outfit. So we lumped those kind of three together because it's hard to choose. We had a discussion like, Jungle Cruise versus Kilimanjaro Safaris. They're kind of the same,
But what had the movie? That's what I went with.
Well, that was
what had the movie?
Well, The Rock didn't even wear that costume. He had that little beanie.
Yeah, with the little scarf.
The blue shirt, the little red thing.
Yeah. That's because he knew he couldn't rock the traditional Skipper's outfit.
I couldn't fit in it. He's too ripped.
That is true. He was busting out of that little costume.
I know the feeling, man.
I did the rock pun thing. I'm gone. Go ahead.
I just ripped farts.
I think it would have.
I'm not ripped at all.
That's why the door is open.
Yeah. See behind Danny. That's
ventilation.
That's
please.
Yes.
Thank you. No more nitrogen.
I think this would have been higher on our list had this costume not remind me so much of our school uniforms.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's missing the blue patch. Other than that, that's what we wore to high school.
Pretty much.
Yep. You had to run for the public school kids every day in that outfit.
Yeah, they call it safari men or whatever.
I think this one gets on the list just because it's so iconic. I mean, is it a very exciting costume? It's khaki shorts and a khaki shirt and some type of hat, and that's about it. So it's not really like, wow, look at that outfit. That's amazing. But it just perfectly fits into that attraction, and right away when you see that, that's Jungle Cruise. All right, cool. If you were to see some dude walking around Disney in that outfit, you'd be like, hey, that dude works at the Jungle Cruise.
I know where you work.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I think it gets on the list. Not necessarily that it's the most flamboyant or eye-popping costume, but it is definitely, when you think of Walt Disney World, you think of that Jungle Cruise ride, and you think of that Jungle Cruise skipper and that outfit.
Yeah, good for lovemaking, for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
you got the shorts.
The Jungle Cruise.
The backside of your ass.
Should be that, and it should be snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? Because I said so.
Yeah, there's a jungle in there.
Yeah, it's a jungle in there. Get ready for a wild ride.
Watch out,
adventure.
Keep them shorts on, girl.
Every turn and corner and spins. It's craziness.
There you go.
That's fun. Awesome, man. Well,
I'll give you 2 heads for one of yours.
Hey,
as long as they're
not anymore. No. Not on our Jungle Cruise.
All right, so we're at number 7, and number 7 is one of the ones that I threw in there as well. And this was Mickey's Runaway Railway, one of the newer attractions online. But you guys can Google it, and we'll put some links in our show notes so that you can go directly to these. But to me, these costumes are pretty cool, man. Only because they reflect the areas in which each of the costumes, each of the cast members work. So if you're not familiar with Mickey's Runaway Railway, you can kind of plug your ears and go la 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 real quick until you go down there and see it. But as you know, you walk into a theater for this attraction, and then you go view a Mickey short, and then something happens, the magic happens, and then you're stepping into the cartoon world, and things get a little different. So they have 2 sets of costumes for this particular attraction. So in the front end, you have the little red Chinese theater jacket. They both wear black pants, but you have the red Chinese theater jacket, and which is awesome. It fits the, they're playing hostesses. They're leading you to your theater room so you can do the viewing of this Mickey short. And then once the thing blows up and you step into the cartoon world, into the Mickey short itself, then those cast members have like a train conducting type of outfit with a little, I don't know if it's an ascot, a little scarf around their neck that's green, has definitely a lot more color and whatnot. So it's really kind of cool how they have the two different sets of cast member costumes to fit the story of the entire attraction itself.
Yes. Yeah, the before the pre-show and the actual show.
Yeah, and then after the after show, and when you step back through the broken theater screen, then you're back to seeing the costumes and the theater outfits. Yeah, it's really a great way lens to the storytelling for sure.
Absolutely,
it's neat. It's very neat. So.
No, they nailed this one. They really did a great job, and I love the idea of using more than one costume.
Yeah,
because it just clearly it wouldn't have fit to have the conductor outfit as you're queuing up at this theater.
Exactly.
You needed to. So I like that. I like these attractions. I like that we're seeing more of that. Hey, we're not just using one attraction, one costume on attractions anymore. There are multiple costumes, and we're going to get that into that with at least one or two of the other ones that we're about ready to get.
Absolutely, yeah. And this leads right into the whole idea that these cast members are not just employees; they're actual cast members, as you say. They're all part of the show, so they just like a Broadway show or whatever else, they're all going to have their appropriate outfits for whatever scene they're depicting. And so, now that they're getting into these with these layered scenes, and we'll talk about this later, like Danny said, it's just I like that they're starting to incorporate that more. So yeah, awesome. So that's number 7. And then, Lee, we got number 6. What you got, sir?
Yeah, so number 6, this was one that I felt really strongly about, was the Dapper Dance. And there is, as we've said on a few of these things, there's just something about seeing those guys just so sharp. The suits are just crisp. And, the barbershop quartet, the hats, the whole thing, man. It's the perfect epitome of what makes Disney better than any other theme park, is this type of entertainment, and the fact that that those guys are so recognizable, and there's nothing else like that anywhere else around Walt Disney World or anywhere else I can even think of, to be honest with you. But it just screams Walt Disney World when you see or it screams Disney when you see the Dapper Dance out on Main Street.
I thought it sings it. But
they do sing it, yeah.
It melodically screams it at you.
There you go.
The colors too, Lee. I mean, they all have, each of the outfits have a different color.
Yes.
So it just adds to the palette of Main Street and whatnot, or it enhances the palette, I should say. It doesn't add to it, but because I don't think they have anything that vivid in the Main Street buildings. Would you guys say?
No, not at all.
So they kind of stand out, but they also kind of bring it, add to it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if bring it together is the right word, but they definitely enhance it, I would say, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a distinguished look for a bunch of distinguished gentlemen.
But it fits. If it fits there,
music.
But it fits the area that they're in, yes.
That's what makes it work. That's what makes it iconic. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do we have an illustrated version of us as the Dapper Dance yet?
We do.
Ooh, wow! It's a good thing you asked that, because I believe we do have.
We do. You might actually see that in the show artwork.
Might even be available for a shirt to purchase.
Yes,
maybe.
That's something to think about.
Spreadshirt.com/MagicROA.
That'll be the next show. Us singing in the barbershop quartet style.
Oh yeah,
I don't think we've ever attempted that.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Well, Kevin, you'd have to tell us what our voices all are. I don't know.
It was like Boys to Men. We've done a cappella before.
So high. Say goodbye to your mom. Oh, my bad.
Oh, she bad.
Oh, really?
All I know.
Oh, okay. Oh,
is what we see
and your face, neck, and chest,
and what we've been through. Ooh. All right, that's all you get. That's all you get. That's all good. That's all the tip you get right there. That's the taste.
Yeah, why don't we wait until Lee's in town for that one?
Yeah,
that's fair. You know what? Good idea.
We'll sing you a song.
But the art is out, so there you go.
Yeah, you'll see it in the show. You'll see it everywhere. You can get it on a shirt if you want, or you can get a poster of it, a print of it.
That's awesome.
Or if I know how to make it a cliché.
Oh, we'll figure it out. It's good work, though. We're all distinguishedly colored.
It's nice on a coffee mug, too.
Yeah, great on a coffee mug.
That's right.
Definitely do that. Yeah, maybe even on some underwear. You can buy it on some underwear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any way you want it.
Any way you want it. That's
front or
the way
the back.
You need it.
Side, too.
In the middle.
In the middle.
There's 4 different colors plus 1 extra.
Oh, man. That's very iconic.
Brown. Anyway, so that was our number
Brown Dapper
6.
Dan.
The brown Dan. It's like the brown
That
M&M.
one you color yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brown M&M, you know, it just kind of gets shoved to the side.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still sweet, though. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that was our number 6. And going into our number 5, Lee, also you, sir. What do we have for our number 5th? Number 5th?
Number 5th.
We have the 5th costume that we like.
Rise of the Fifth.
Rise of the Resistance. I mean, you could almost just say all of Galaxy's Edge. I mean, is there not a cool costume is there anyone that's in Galaxy's Edge that isn't just the coolest thing you've ever seen? And they're just so immersive, and the whole thing is just everything cast member in there just looks amazing.
Yeah,
But-
there's one I don't like.
Oh, is that who?
Olga, because she's
Nope.
never around.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what the hell her costume looks like.
Right?
Olga no here, Olga no bada.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. Stand over there.
Yeah,
She's
don't like
somewhere.
it.
Is she in
She's
the back?
somewhere. I don't even know what she's wearing. She could be naked for all I care.
Shut him. Just
She
shut
still
him
won't
and
get
pay
my vote.
$22 for this drink.
Yeah, what the hell?
22 what?
Credits.
Portion. Credits, yeah, credits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, too many questions.
That's 2 portion.
2 portions.
That's right.
Get out of here.
But Rise of the Resistance is especially. I mean, all the First Order, and then you're getting saved by the rebellion, and like, every single friggin' person in there. And as you alluded to earlier, Danny, like there's transitions.
Yes.
With the costumes here as well. When you're in this area, then there's one costume, and then you get captured, and you got the storm. I don't know if the stormtroopers count as costumes; they're more like characters, but. You know, all that, it just makes up the whole attraction. Is like unlike anything else you can experience in any other theme park. And the costumes are what we're talking about. But, you know, when those cast members, I feel like this is going to be true for some of the other ones too, but when those cast members have that costume on, like, for example, the
Imperial.
the Imperial troopers or the Imperial, when they're interrogating you, like, that costume gives them a little power. You know, and it gives them like this confidence that they can talk to you a certain way, and it's all part of the story. So this is a case where the costume itself lends itself to the story of the attraction. It's just everything is great about that ride, but the costumes really make or break it.
Yeah, I mean, back it up a little bit, Lee. It's like the moment you get captured by the First Order ship and those double doors open and the dude's just standing right there. The First Order,
yeah, he's right in your face.
First Order person is just standing right there, you know, and just barking orders at you.
Line up for interrogation. Yes. It's very nice.
Yes, yeah, it's so very cool.
I just wonder why they don't have English accents like the real Imperial officers in the movie.
Well, I think they expanded their recruitment processes and starting to be more inclusive of all planets and cultures. And
Okay.
Maybe it's a
species.
COVID thing. Like they gotta just get what they can get. You
So
know?
everyone can be an ass.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, I think they drafted them from the
employment
Marines
shortage.
in Pandora.
But, you know, it's weird. They're all human, though. I don't think I've ever seen a Mon Calamari First Order or Imperial person, right? I've never seen like a Ahsoka Tano looking Imperial bad person, right?
No.
Like there's no aliens that serve on this thing. It's just like one particular race of people. Oh, that's crazy.
Unless they're bounty hunters, then they'll use those.
Oh yeah, then they'll use that. It's
Yeah.
like using militia, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you're right. I don't.
They're
see
all
different-
human species. Yeah, there's no aliens that are down with the First Order or the Imperial forces.
No,
is
because
there?
they shooting them down. That's that's literally how the ride starts. They're getting shot down.
Aliens getting shot down. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
I
rough.
just had that revelation. Interesting. Yeah, but Rides is awesome. I those costumes are just fit so well to everything that's happening in that.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. They really help set the story. They automatically have authority over you.
Yeah.
The minute you see them, you're like, oh yeah, I better,
Yeah.
I need to fall in line here because they're wearing the uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
So especially them, and when you see the rebels, I mean, it just fits in with what rebels would wear. So you know them before they say we're with the rebellion. You're like, oh, we're being saved. You already knew it.
Yeah, they stay in character. That costume, like, puts them, like you already said, puts them as part of the story. Those cast members, like, sell their performances and enhance the ride, essentially, so you don't get that too often.
And they're also working in air conditioning, so they probably are in better spirits.
That's
true. Than the rest of them.
No one's trying to buy anything from
Right.
them. You know, they're just living that experience. That's a great point.
Yeah. They don't have to get no hamburgers out of the back or anything.
Nope.
No, they're living large.
Oh, that would be funny, right? Like, you're interrogated. Wait a second. I want a hot dog first.
All right, let me take off my hairnet and put on my rebellion.
Yeah, I ain't telling you nothing yet until I get some relish. That's what's happening here. Yeah.
All right, first order.
First order up.
First order up. Ding, ding. Fries.
Yeah.
Who next?
Coke. Who next?
That's the combo meal I just wanted.
That's right.
Have the Palpatine.
Would you like that with or without relish?
Just give me all the order.
Oh, man.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, right. That's our number 5, and so we're going over to our number 4, which we got to give it to Eli. Eli, what's the number 4, sir?
Oh, of course. You have to get the royal treatment if you're going to be sporting it like this. And, of course, we're talking about the plaids, or as I affectionately call them, the T-plaids.
T-plaids.
Because I think the main thing is that they pulled this off with a sense of royalty. When you have this, if you're a cast member, this person's guiding you. You go into places in Disney World. So there's a sense of, what do you say? I don't want to use the word eliteness to it, but there's the uniformity there that these guys represent. I mean,
Authority,
authority, yeah.
Like, oh, wow, look at these sharp-dressed people.
Yeah. You're going to come out there, you got to make your match and tie come with your play. You got to coordinate with this. I think there's some style that comes with that.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I mean, not just style, but lineage, I would almost say. Because it's like, you see these old videos with Walt, and he has a plaid. There's a specific plaid person that's on there with the videos that he did, but it's the plaid outfit. There it is. They come from a very long line that people get chosen for it. I'm sure it's a process for sure, but they wear it. There is that little distinguishing air that the cast members that wear that they exude, because of that. Because you can see them no matter how, all the way back to Disneyland days, back to the Walt movie video days. It's just lineage, legacies upon legacies. Yes,
that makes it deeper.
I even like the variations in the costumes that you see. I mean, you will see them wearing the vest, the plaid vest with the pants, but you will also see amongst the people who normally have longer hair and birth babies, those, I don't know how to say...
I'd say female.
Among the people who identify as female, you will see the plaid skirts. And then, like, these like blue
vest,
vests,
vests, the white shirt,
go along with it, and these little hats that come along.
The iconic hat,
I love those. I love that look. I like that better than just the regular plaid vest.
Yeah, I can't help that might be like a winter outfit, right? Like the military, they have their winter wear, maybe. Or do you see them during the day too?
I've seen them during the day for sure.
I mean, during the day, during the summer, I know I've seen the suits. The guys in the suits with the plaid vest and the full blue outfit, which I think, like, damn, you're hot.
No, when we went on,
they paid for it.
Yeah,
when we went with the family to Disneyland in right about I think it was September, September, August. We went there, and the tour guide that we had, she had the long plaid skirt and the vest. So I don't know if it's seasonal.
Maybe it's not seasonal. It'd be kind of cool though. If it was, but yeah, it's definitely unique and it's definitely very iconic. When you see them walking around.
If your first trip to Walt Disney World or to Disney, you're going to see this person and you're going to know that's somebody important. You're going to know right away, like, this is someone, as you said, that kind of just commands authority and respect. And, like, you're usually also going to see, next thing going to be things like, who is that with them? Like, is that somebody? Is it a rock star? Is that a movie star? Or is it somebody, like, important or what? But either way, when you see those people walking around with those plaid suits and outfits and everything like that, you're like, okay, this is real serious right now. Like, these guys are serious.
Yeah, something's about to go down.
Yeah,
because it's going down.
They're like the Secret Service. They're like the Secret Service of Disney.
It very much is. Yeah. So when you see them, it does. Yeah, there's a tour going on, or an important person is with them.
Very important person.
Maybe not a celebrity, but somebody well enough off to afford such high rates.
Correct. Yes. Extra level of care. Yeah.
Absolutely awesome, man. And so I think, Eli, you have the next one, sir. What is our number? We're getting down to our top 3.
Yeah.
That was our fourth one. So this is our third top Our third one.
Number
3.
Our third pick on this costume list, and I think what you're gonna see going forward is that now we're getting into like steep Disney tradition, and like we talked about in the previous one, with Rise of Resistance, how the costume helps to embody the story and it helps to enhance the ride. This one has to do. You have to have this up there. That's Tower of Terror, like the bellhops outfits. Right? I mean, let's face it. First of all, it's a hotel. It's a haunted hotel. You gotta have that kind of look at it. But it's spooky. But it still has, again, that regal look to it, because you somewhere fancy. I couldn't have afforded to live there besides it being haunted.
Right.
But that's the look it gives away. It's a straightforward uniform look. And it's a tough thing to pull off. I mean, those guys, it almost is kind of like they're like, we still keeping the British royalty kind of theme. They kind of look like those soldiers that kind of like stand still with the big...
the Busbies and the Busby hats?
Thank you, Kevin, because I couldn't think of what the name of the hat was, but thank you. Barnaby Jones hats.
The Queen's Royal Guard.
Yeah, the one that looks like a microphone.
Yeah.
And these guys kind of have that same stoic look to it. So I think they're very iconic costume to have, very iconic members to have for an iconic ride.
I think they've relaxed recently, to be honest with you. Like, they used to have the demeanor of the Haunted Mansion, like butlers and maids and whatnot, but I think they've kind of let them relax a little bit.
Not so much when they dance when you show up there now. Like,
I don't think they dance, but I kind of remember them having like eye makeup, like they kind of like look
like a manic look.
Yeah, like they had this hollowed eyes
like,
or something. Like, but I mean, now they're like, hey, how many are in your party? Like, there's no grimness, like. This way, or going down, that kind of thing.
Now they just singing at you.
Am I doing Aerosmith, or am I?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're gonna drop you. Yeah,
you're trying. Yeah,
down in the elevator. Right.
The detail in the costume is pretty cool, man. You got the little gold piping and all those stripes on it, so it's really neat. Yeah, little hat and the piping of that.
It conjures up an old school.
Yeah,
Hollywood hotel kind of image.
Absolutely,
like a 50s look. Absolutely,
it is neat. I dig those costumes. Very, very iconic for sure. Awesome. All right, man. We're getting to our last two, and Daddy's got the privilege of delivering those to our faces.
100% of privilege.
Our ears. Yes. So the second one is definitely appropriate for you, sir. What is it?
The second one is one of those costumes that I did a double take the first time I saw it, because I was like, that is so cool. And that's the not so scary Halloween party costumes that the cast members wear. They somehow figured out a way to combine the color palette of Halloween, the blacks, the orange, the yellows, the purples, the greens, all into this one costume that just works perfectly. And the ladies, they would have... damn it! Those who identify as female would have the back. I'm trying, dude.
You weren't doing well, sir. I thought you were. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Laughing at.
No, I didn't go for the bat thing. But
yes, they had like the bat bow in their hair, and the men would have. Damn it! Those who identify as men would have the bow tie that looked like a bat.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, those are really, really, really cool. So, anyway, I mean, those costumes just pop. They are eye-catching, and it really sets the tone. And it's one of the few costumes, like, I would never go around looking like that except for on Halloween Day itself. Like, if we were doing like a Halloween party around which we of course do, I would wear that out.
You did wear a festive kind of suit one year for your Halloween.
I think I was dressed as David Pumpkins.
That's it. That's exactly it. I was like, boy, look at that man rocking that suit coat.
Yeah, these are great costumes. The colors are very, they're awesome. They're vivid. And the pattern work on these, the clothing is amazing.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's not too much, but it does work together. Because you have like the apron that has kind of like a plaidish or a kind of I forget what you call that pattern, like a crisscross looking thing. And then you have
it's almost like a picnic table.
Yeah, like a picnic table, and you have the green striped shirt with the. Not a green striped shirt. Well, the green shirt with the, I guess the bats are those.
Yeah, it's like a green, white, and then like purple bats interspersed.
Yes,
throughout it,
and then purple pants or skirt, whatever have you. Black shoes, and it's just they just look great. You know,
it really is. It's a phenomenal costume. I could have easily put this one as number one, except that it's only out, and really we haven't seen it in a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful costume.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks
Hey, plus,
comfortable.
like if it's Halloween, you also can in that party you can see the Dapper Dance.
Oh yes,
Great
So
costume.
we
Yeah.
can throw them in there as well. But
But yeah, we
different than the Dapper Dance, of course.
completely.
Yeah, absolutely, completely different. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and they look great. Those costumes look great. But all right, so yeah, that was our number 2, the not so scary Halloween party costumes, which are amazing, and of course, the number 1 that Danny is going to deliver is also apropos.
And it almost goes without having to need to describe it. It's the Haunted Mansion costumes. Wow, just unbelievable. Those green suits with the purple vests, the green and black dresses with the apron that goes with. I mean, just man, does that fit the tone of the ride, the demeanor of the cast members wearing it? It just works so well for that attraction. Hands down, easily the best.
Yeah, it's an iconic look again for an iconic ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, those are really good, and just the amount of detail that they have on it. And, we're talking about the attraction, but we could also loop in the retail workers over at Memento Mori.
Oh, God,
have
yeah.
similar outfits, I think there's a little more black, perhaps. I don't know if it's the exact same coloration, but the same kind of design and whatnot. I don't remember exactly. But all of that just looks absolutely amazing.
It fits that time period.
It does.
That's what makes that one the most iconic.
And not just that, but I mean, how much too, like those costumes, those uniforms have influenced merchandise, and like you see a Haunted Mansion outfit made into a purse, or a dog collar or whatever. It's like that coloration, that theme. It's so iconic that you see it right away. Like, oh, that is a Haunted Mansion purse, or that is a Haunted Mansion XYZ. It's easily identifiable right away that's influenced by the Haunted Mansion and their uniforms, their costumes.
Yeah, to your point, Lee, that it's one of the few costumes where you'll actually see them sell a shirt with the
pattern and whatnot.
with the vest and the suit, and they will sell a bag. They will sell plushies or dolls or whatever of the Haunted Mansion maid and butler. You don't really see that with any other cast member for any other attraction. That I'm struggling to think of one. That's how iconic this is.
Yeah, and just to correct what I said, Memento Mori cast members don't wear black, but they got like the same kind of design with the vest and the kind of skirt apron kind of thing, but they're more like grays and whatnot. Still have the purple and the green piping.
It's kind of like a grayish or a purplish kind of.
little bit
I
brighter
can see
than that.
why you would see black. Yeah.
But it's cool. Yeah, it's just a great little costume for sure.
It just goes. I mean, it's one of those ones where you don't really have to explain it. It's like it's look.
you know where they work the minute you see that outfit for sure. Just like kind of like the other ones we have on our list, but this one definitely oh, you're a Haunted Mansion cast member.
It's a top classic.
Yeah, definitely top classic. Well, there it is, guys. There's our top 10 list of our favorite costumes. Are there any honorable mentions you want to mention?
Oh, so many. It's like this was really hard. I mean, I think that we all agreed there was usually like the top 3 or 4. That was a no-brainer. Like, you're like, okay, Haunted Mansion, Tower Terror, XYZ. But there was so many that were on the cusp for me of being in the top 10, and just like pirates. Like, cool costumes. I mean, perfectly ties in with the attraction. I mean, they're obviously pirates, working there. So, that was one for me. Is like, that was hard to leave off the list, but when you stacked it up against the rest, you're like, okay, maybe it's not top 10, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I like. I mean, I may be partial just because I like the ride, but Dinosaur. I mentioned that toward the beginning of the show is one of the ones that were left off. I don't know how it fits, but it's just the pattern on that outfit is kind of neat. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
So many great costumes that you almost don't even want to mention honorable mentions just because you're going to forget a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Grand Floridian costumes. Oh my God,
great.
Yeah, just sets the stage.
Even the greeter. The greeter is by himself. By that or himself, herself. I don't even.
All
I've never seen a female.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I've never seen if there was a female greeter at the Grand Floridian. Has there?
Oh, God, I believe so.
Has there been? Okay,
I
maybe
believe so.
Yeah,
Anything's
wrong.
possible, Kevin.
Anything's. I mean, nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Yeah.
I can't imagine they would have any policies to exclude such.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, you kind of hate to mention it. But man, just out of Wilderness Explorers.
That's one of the ones that were on the list.
We
Yeah,
definitely
man.
explored the idea of putting that one on there. But really, in the end of it, we just kind of concluded that we're just be picking it just from the standpoint that they did a good job copying Doug's outfit.
Yeah.
Not Doug, I'm thinking of Russell's.
Russell's
Think of the dog.
outfit, the Wilderness Explorer, yeah. And I know, Eli, you brought up Harambe Market, which is one of the
that was a
places
great
to be,
one.
but that is a great outfit.
Yes.
That fits that whole area. It's just all the patterns and stuff and
Pattern the
whatnot.
design of the outfit. Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah. But lots of great cast member outfits there.
The entirety of World Showcase, really.
Oh, yeah.
If it was possible to really, and maybe that's something to do in the future, is to just pick pavilions as opposed to pick, because different areas within the costumes that you're going to get at, say, Tepanito is going to be different than the costumes you're going to get in
Mitsukoshi,
thank you. So, I mean, you're going to see different costumes all in and around the land, so it's kind of hard to just kind of zone in on one.
Yeah.
But,
If I had to grab just one, I'd say Voices of Liberty.
That is a good one. Yeah, it's a very good
It's
costume.
just
Yeah.
so perfectly fit the time frame and just the amount of detail in their costumes and things like that. So that was actually in my top when I made my original list, was Voices of Liberty.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
But yeah, you could just do the whole World Showcase. Just World
easily.
Showcase. Boom. Every single one.
I mean, but by that token, you could do Mariachi Cobra.
Cobra, yeah.
You
Or
could do
even the other I can't remember the name of the other group.
you could
Like, they
do
away with black, but that's good.
the polka band in the Oktoberfest. I mean, it's like
Okay, yeah.
you could easily do it, but it just kind of feels like it belongs as part of a collective, not as an individual thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So many great costumes out there, guys, man. We're curious to know what some of your favorite ones are.
Yeah, what do we leave off? What do we leave
Yeah.
off that you're like, no, that had to have been on there?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know, because we struggled. We really went at it.
Yes.
For
No
2.5
holds
hours.
barred. Yes,
And we still friends. That says a lot about our
I know.
bond.
We love it. We love it.
more or less.
Depends on what day on the weekend. We called a good day. It worked out.
Yeah.
We've got at least 2 weeks to recover.
Yeah.
So you guys, look, man, let us know what your costumes are. Get in touch with us, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that episode about our favorite cast member costumes. Look, if you want to learn more about us, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, you can get in touch with us to share some of your favorite costumes through the following ways. Shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, or call or text us your favorite costume at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815
MOWEEKEND
669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of guys that do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here. Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory. What a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you. I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com. If you're not doing that, you're missing out. You're missing out. The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself, and you know the story. It's all about the glory. Congrats to you and all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics. Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru, Eli Ivory, the whole package. Deadpool said to. Do it. ivorycomics.com right now. Liefeld out.
Yeah, never get tired of hearing that. And of course, just like Rob said, when you go to the Ivory Comics website, you can see all the blog posts and all the projects I've been doing. And of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast, so you never miss an episode, you never miss a joke, some insight, or who's wearing what costume, where, why, and how. It's all important. So go ahead and check that out. Keep the synergy going. When you go to Facebook.com, you can find me there, Eli Jivery. As long as you're a real person, nice to meet you. But if you're a bot, don't want to reach out. I don't care what costume you're wearing, because I know you're fake. And your cocker, your rocker, whatever he is, I don't know you no more, man. That's wrong. I ain't trying to...
Cocker-rocker try to be your friend?
Yeah, cocker-rocker trying to show up as a chick in a bathing suit taking a selfie. I almost fell for that, but I said, no, you a bot. Get on out of here now.
First name Cocker, last name Rocker?
Rocker, yeah.
Golly. Man, these bots are getting inventive.
They're tough out there.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, you gotta feel it out, you know.
It's a very exotic name.
That's how you know it's wrong. If they only got 2 friends, they a bot. You know, if your name Cocker Rocker, you should have more than 2 friends. That's all I'm saying.
Cocker rocker.
It's the cockers rocking, don't bother knocking.
Nobody knocking. Hey, no one's posted. That's it. Also, you can check out the Project Geisha page on Facebook. So facebook.com/Project Geisha. Instagram, I'm right up there, posting hearts and likes and comments. So EIRE504, you can find me there. And of course, on Twitter, I can be found at Hancock10166. So if you appreciate the madness, just bringing me the gladness, thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation to a Disney property so that you can view all the different costumes that they have out there, so that you too can make your own top 10 list, you can book that vacation through Lee. Lee, tell them how to do this.
Just give me a call at 832-431-1621. That's 832 Kakaraka, boom, shakalaka. That's 832 CKA
I want to know what he was going to go with before you said that.
I was going to go with 10. I didn't have nothing, so thank you, Eli, for that.
Okay.
I appreciate the madness. You're just bringing me the gladness.
What's 10?
What's 10?
The list?
We just did a top 10. That's all it was.
10.
You can email me at lee@magicourway.com. You can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/Lost Travel. That's LASTOVICA Travel. Instagram, you got a friend in Lee Travel. And on TikTok, you can find me at you got a friend in Lee. And if you do any of that, we'll get you hooked up and booked up with no
Rockavica.
And I may be allegedly on a trip that might be happening next week. I might be experiencing my first Disney cruise, so we will see about that.
I hope
so.
that works
I hope
out
it
for
goes
you.
well.
Hopefully no one throws you overboard.
I got all my magical moment swag
Yeah.
delivered on my porch.
You got the
in a
tote
beat up
bag.
brown box. I got my
And
tote
delivered.
bag.
And
Yes,
you probably saw that box and said, "What is wrong with the FedEx guy?"
dude, I thought the FedEx guy took out a week's worth of frustration on that box
Oh, my.
and beat the hell out of it. Like, damn, I was like, man, the FedEx guy got some issues, and Lee's like, nah,
Ace Ventura.
I just threw it on your porch.
Oh, I just hung out there. You was worried. You were looking at your camera on your porch. You just saw some dude show up with like a hole in his sock. Just like a box on your porch.
Damn it, I want to go on vacation.
Yeah. Where am I?
I think the FedEx guy took those Disney gift cards out of the box after he opened it up. That's what happened.
Looking for those gift cards. I figured you probably would have sent me
FedEx.
money. Yes. No. That does not happen. You don't send money, right? And unless you want to put it out there that you send gift cards for money if you book with Lee.
Nope. I do not believe in giving away my paycheck. Sorry.
He's a dancer for money. Money for nothing.
Any money will do.
Privately. Only private.
Private
Yes.
dancer. Well, guys, look, in addition, there are so many ways to support the show as a whole, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Plus, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. There you find 10. No, not 10. You'll find 6 awesome tiers to support this show. Any way in which you could support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, Mohicans, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still somehow end up with tacos.
Palpatine potatoes.
Hey, this is Eli from the Magic Our Way podcast. When I'm not podcasting,